Have you ever walked into a small room and felt instantly calm, as if the walls themselves were breathing? That quiet magic isn't about square meters. It's about a way of seeing space. Today, I'm going to show you how to borrow the soul of a Japanese retreat and weave it into your own home, no matter how tiny it feels right now. We'll move beyond just minimalism and into a feeling of gentle light, of intentional emptiness, of a space that holds you rather than crowds you. Let's step into that serenity together. Segment 1. The Power of Ma, honoring the space between. In Japanese aesthetics, there is a beautiful concept called Ma. It doesn't translate easily into English, but it's essentially the meaningful pause, the space between things that lets each object breathe. In a small room, our instinct is to fill every corner. Yet true serenity appears when we deliberately leave some areas completely open. This isn't empty neglect. It's a conscious act of creating visual silence. When you give your eye a place to rest, the entire room exhales, and suddenly what remains feels far more precious. Think of a wall with just one carefully chosen ink painting, the bare plaster around it becoming part of the artwork. Or a floor so clear that the morning light can pool on the wood without interruption. Start by removing one piece of furniture that lives against a wall and don't replace it. Notice how that newly cleared sliver of floor or wall expands the room's energy. You're not losing storage. You're gaining a sanctuary. Allow the emptiness to speak as loudly as the objects, and you'll find the room already feels less rushed and far more like a retreat. Segment 2. Sinking into the floor, the art of low living. There's a reason traditional Japanese interiors pull the horizon line downward. When you lower your point of rest, the ceiling lifts away, and a modest room suddenly feels airy and tall. Swap a towering bookshelf for low, horizontal shelving that hugs the skirting board. If a full tatami mat isn't possible, a simple low platform topped with a thin futon or linen cushions creates an immediate, grounded dining or tea spot that changes the rhythm of your day. This shift is powerfully psychological. Sitting on the floor, even just for an afternoon coffee, slows your breathing and connects you to the earth. Choose a beautifully grained wooden coffee table that sits no higher than your knee, and pair it with oversized floor pillows in nubby cotton or indigo linen. The visual bulk of the room settles into a calm, horizontal line, letting your gaze travel uninterrupted to the window, making the space feel open, serene, and deeply human. Segment 3. A material palette that whispers. A serene Japanese retreat doesn't shout with synthetic shine. It murmurs through honest, tactile materials. Bring in unpainted wood, perhaps a raw cedar shelf, or a piece of salvaged beam as a door lintel. Let its grain be the decoration. Combine that with the soft, diffusing texture of handmade washi paper. Not just on a lamp, but perhaps layered inside a picture frame to filter an ugly view into a gentle glow. Stone and clay, even in tiny doses, anchor the senses and breathe humidity in and out like a living lung. Wrap a cylindrical cardboard forming textured washi paper and place a battery candle inside for instant, soft ambience. Layer a roughly woven jute rug over smooth wood, or hang an unbleached linen curtain that pools slightly on the floor. The palette here is wood, paper, stone, and plant fiber, all materials that age gracefully and feel warm to the touch. This tactile consistency erases visual noise and lets a small wrap lower lina and hobby quine. Segment for lighting that drips like honey. Harsh overhead light kills intimacy in a small space, bleaching every corner flat. Instead, think of lighting as liquid, pools of it gathered exactly where you need it, leaving shadows to soften the edges. Place a small rice paper lamp on a low table. Tuck a slender floor lamp behind a reading chair. Or line the top of a kitchen cabinet with hidden warm LED strips, aimed upwards to wash the ceiling in a buttery glow. The light should never reveal the source. It should just appear as atmosphere. A favorite technique from Kyoto Inns is the tokonoma-inspired spotlight, a single focused beam. Perhaps from a tiny adjustable picture light, aimed at a seasonal branch or a textured ceramic vessel, the rest of the room stays in gentle twilight. This dramatic yet quiet contrast pulls your eye to one beautiful story and makes the room's boundaries dissolve into soothing dimness. Suddenly, your 10 square meter room feels limitless, all because you allowed the darkness to be a design element. Segment 5. Borrowing the outside. Framed views in shoshi light. Japanese gardens master shake, the art of borrowed scenery, and we can steal this trick inside. Even if your window faces a brick wall, you can reframe it. Hang a tension rod inside the window frame and suspend a sheer, white curtain or a simple bamboo blind. Immediately, that harsh brick becomes a textured watercolor. Where you can, place a single, sculptural branch or a leaning piece of driftwood right in the sightline to the window, blurring the boundary between outside and in. If you're even slightly handy, replace a plain interior door with a lightweight, sliding chaussee screen. The translucent paper transforms, passing hallway light into a soft, moon-like radiance. No structural change needed. Lean a vintage wooden screen against a wall, letting its lattice cast poetic shadows as the day moves. These frames and filters make the room feel suspended in a quiet dream, far removed from the noisy street just outside the glass. Segment 6. The tokonoma effect, a single honored spot. In a traditional Japanese home, the tokonoma is a small, raised alcove reserved for a hanging scroll and a simple seasonal arrangement. You don't need to build an alcove to capture this profound ritual. Dedicate just one floating shelf or the top of a low cabinet as your sacred spot. Place a single, imperfect ceramic vase with a wildflower, a smooth river stone, and nothing else. Let that vignette change with the seasons. A fiery maple leaf in autumn, a single camellia in winter. The psychological shift is remarkable. Instead of scattering little trinkets everywhere, you concentrate all decorative meaning into one serene focal point. The eye goes there immediately, rests, and is nourished. Everything else in the room can remain simple and functional. This daily ritual of noticing and arranging a small piece of nature quietly dissolves stress, turning your home into a living, breathing retreat that cares for you. Segment Sechi wabi-sabi Empress, finding beauty in the imperfect. Perfection is rigid and cold. Serenity needs breath and humanness. That's where wabi-sabi lives. Choose a ceramic cup with a wobbling rim, a wooden bowl with a visible knot, or linen cushions that wrinkle easily. These imperfections, a crack filled with gold lacquer, the patina on a brass hook, tell the story of time and use. In a small space, this philosophy is deeply freeing. You stop worrying about matching sets and instead curate objects that feel good in your hand and soul. Look around your room. Can you highlight a crack in the plaster rather than filling it? Or simply let the natural fade of an old wooden floor be visible rather than covered? Arrange a few tumbled stones in an earthenware tray, their roughness contrasting with the smooth surface. When you allow things to be gently broken and beautifully mended, the room stops, demanding perfection from you. It becomes a non-judgmental friend, and that emotional safety is the essence of a true retreat. Segment 8. The scent of silence and the sound of air. Our final layer is invisible but utterly transformative: scent and sound. A Japanese retreat smells of rain-soaked earth, of warm hinoki wood, a faint incense drifting through paper screens. Simmer a pot of water with a drop of hebo oil, or gently bruise a shiso leaf and place it in a shallow bowl of water. Let the fragrance be so subtle you almost question it. Sound-wise, replace harsh silence or mechanical hum with a tiny indoor water feature. A ceramic basin with a bamboo spout that drips onto pebbles. If plumbing isn't an option, a hand-hammered brass wind bell hung near an open window or a quiet recording of a forest stream can do the same work. The goal is to gently anchor your senses in the present moment, reminding your body that it's safe. When the room smells like a cypress forest after rain and sounds like a distant trickle, even the busiest mind begins to soften. Completing the transformation from a mere room into a serene, living sanctuary. Light a candle, let the faint scent drift, and watch the magic happen. Your quiet transformation begins now. We've traveled through the poetry of negative space, the grounding of low living, and the whisper of natural materials. You've seen how borrowed light, a single honored alcove, and the gentle embrace of imperfection can radically shift the feeling of even the tiniest room. Start small. Clear one corner completely. Place a single branch in a jug. Let the air smell of cedar. These small acts of intentional care are what bridge the ordinary into the serene. Thank you for letting me guide you through this gentle art. If your heart is feeling a little more peaceful already, please like this video and share your own retreat corner in the comments. Until next time, breathe deeply and design softly.